All right, y'all, welcome back to the podcast. And I know it's been a few weeks since I have put out an episode, but y'all, I am excited for who is joining me today. Miss Marsha Waybright. Her and her family, they manage the Laurel River Club bed and breakfast in West Virginia. And even the better part for all you hikers out there, the Allegheny Trail goes right in front of their property. And the main reason I wanted to have Marsha on here today, not only is she an awesome person, I did have an opportunity to chat with Marsha a little bit on the Allegheny Trail podcast. And Marsha and I met in person briefly at the 50th anniversary of the Allegheny Trail. But y'all, I am finally going to be spending some time at the amazing Laurel River Club B&B, and Marsha's here to tell us all about it. So Marsha, welcome to the Jester Section Hiker podcast.
Well, Julie, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, and I know I feel really bad we didn't get to spend much time together at the 50th, but we're getting to spend a weekend together here coming up in a couple weeks, and I wanted to do an episode because not only do I want you to tell everybody what's going on the weekend of November 9th and 10th, coming up very shortly. You have titled that weekend, How Would You Survive? But before we get to that, tell us about the bed and breakfast. Tell us about the property. And y'all, that might take 20 minutes because, Marsha, you guys do so much. So tell us about your family history there. And then we'll get into the weekend of November 9th and 10th that we all want you to come and join us and take part of the festivities.
Yeah. So Laurel River Club Bed and Breakfast, we've actually only had the bed and breakfast open for 4 years. In that time, we've had 58 countries and all but 2 of the United States. We get people from all over who want to come here and just experience nature. But my husband's family especially, has farmed this property for almost 50 years. And so that's how we started the bed and breakfast. It was actually to preserve the rich history of this house and this property. It was, Jenningston was an old lumber town. So there's a lot of history here. But even more than that, it's just a beautiful, beautiful location for people to come. It's nestled in this 250-acre working farm that, it's all totally ran by my family. And so it's farm to table. We raise everything that we serve here at the bed and breakfast. And we have all different kinds of amenities that we like to call experiences because everything that we do is very hands-on for all of our guests. We have everything from falconry to fiber art, concealed carry classes if people are interested in that, hunter safety education, just anything that has to do with outdoors. Plus, on the farm, we actually teach. So all kinds of animal husbandry, planting, harvesting, preserving, food. So we have a little bit for everyone.
And Marsha, not only you guys have the bed and breakfast, and you just rattled off 2 or 3 things. So obviously, you're an educational property. You have everything from training somebody how to use a gun to farm to table. And I'm looking on the website. I mean, you guys help the Allegheny Trail as well. You were just telling me that I think you guys shuttle now. Is that right, for Allegheny Trail hikers?
That's true. We'll pick people up wherever they're at, especially if they need help. But we'll take people to Davis and then let them hike back to the B&B, or we'll take them to the dispersed campground on Lady, and then they can hike back to the B&B from either north or south. And people really enjoy doing that section hiking aspect of everything because they don't have to carry everything with them for that day. So
yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah, it's about 10 miles in each direction. So it's not a huge amount of hiking. And, we can take you out further too, depending on what you like hikes of that day.
So you guys have started, and I know that you are getting more and more involved in the Allegheny Trail, but something you just mentioned to me before we started recording is you also take ownership of the safety aspect of that, the safety aspect of hikers, and you kind of act as the search and rescue in that area. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's something that's near and dear to our hearts because we invite people to come here and enjoy this country and this area. And so whenever they're here, we feel like we have a responsibility to make sure that they're taken care of. And so we've taken that one step further and kind of become the search and rescue team for most of Section 2. And of course, we would certainly help with anything else that, if there was a need elsewhere, but this is just more of the area that we specialize in. So, people can send resupply packages and, whenever they're coming through, we keep an eye out for them. Anytime we see, on Facebook or any of the social medias where people are coming through, we just keep a watchful eye. We allow them to either stay here or they can remote camp on our property and they just know that they have a good, safe place to stay. And, we just check in with them and make sure that they have everything they need. And if they don't, we try to help them. We try to accommodate.
The more and more I learn about the Allegheny Trail community, the more and more I'm learning that the trail's 311 miles, but you guys really band together as a community and take ownership of the hiker as they're going, from town to town or from spot to spot. And I'm looking on your website right now as we're recording this, and you just told me your son took the drone shot of the property, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And farm to table, you've enticed me with that. I'm excited to see you guys the weekend of the 9th and the 10th. So we should talk about this a little bit. So Marsha, tell everybody what's happening that weekend, why they should join us, because I say we pack the place, right?
Okay, so everything starts on Saturday, November the 9th, and it's going to be starting at noon. We're going to have all kinds of really cool things. The theme is, how would you survive? So we're going to be doing a lot of hands-on activities, how to make tinctures, finding and preserving food, safe drinking water. We're going to have farm tours, photo opportunities, a falconry presentation. And the most exciting thing is last year we had a film that was actually shot on this property, and it was called Time Alone. And it leads into a lot of the things that we teach here on the farm. And so we're really, really excited to actually have the West Virginia premiere that evening right here on the farm.
And that film, I think you said that film is going to be 15 minutes.
Yes, it's a 15-minute film festival movie. And so it's thought-provoking to kind of make people think, put yourself in that position, and are you really prepared? It makes you do a lot of thinking about what you can do to prevent being alone, first of all, and then what do you do if you are? So,
yeah, the film. And the other thing, too, is if people show up and come and hang out and, take a farm tour, y'all, this would be the most, I'm actually planning on taking a bunch of pictures around the property and maybe, getting some photos of myself out in the woods and things like that, because it's almost like I'm going to get my senior pictures done because your property looks so amazing.
Well, not only that, you're going to be helping with the educational portion of this, right? You're going to be helping us with the finding safe drinking water aspect of all of it. So we have a lot of people who are chipping in. And, people who want to help others understand, what can happen. And it can happen so quickly. And being prepared is just a huge part of everything.
Marsha, I am so excited that you take protection and safety to heart. And I think you and I have many things in common. That's why we need to spend more time together. I'm just going to throw this out there. I saw on your Facebook the other day, you are going to be the keynote speaker at the FCCLA event. And for those of you that are educators, that's the Family and Consumer Science. It's an educational event for, is this the college level or the high school level program?
High school level.
Yeah.
Yeah, high school level.
So at my school, we do DECA, which is like, it's like the marketing version of FCCLA. So I'm excited for you to be the keynote speaker to that. So it doesn't end there, people. So Saturday, you can learn how to make salve. You can see a falconry presentation. Oh, talk about that, because is your son going to do that?
Yes, my son is the Laurel Fork falconer. And he educates people all over the state of West Virginia and even outside of West Virginia about birds of prey and the conservation efforts that need to take place because, people have a love-hate relationship with birds of prey. I have chickens, so it's kind of interesting. Some people kind of demonize them, but, they're a part of the environment. We need them. And so he talks to people about that and, answers questions that are, there are so many myths out there about them. And so he actually has 2 educational birds. I'm not going to say which ones are going to be here. He has a variety, so we'll have to come and see that. But he's a pretty well sought after falconer. He's a master class falconer in the state of West Virginia. He really, really enjoys teaching as well.
And I missed that at the 50th anniversary because his presentation was the one that I was like, dang it, I really wanted to see that. So one of the biggest questions that I get if listeners reach out to me, whether they email me or send me a message on social media is, Jester, where could I go for the weekend? Where could I go get away and have that, in the woods experience, have a place to stay? And y'all, I have found it for you. And I have a feeling I am going to go there and I'm going to come see you multiple times. And one of the things I have to do, I know I'm going to have to do when I get to your property, I'm going to have to go on the Allegheny Trail. It's just one of those things. I'm going to have to go hiking as soon as I get there. Do some kind of out and back just to say I was on the trail. So y'all, I'm bringing you an experience. Y'all can come join us the 9th and the 10th, be part of this film festival, West Virginia premiere. That evening, be part of learning and educational programs that are happening all that day. And again, after the movie, I saw this the other day, s'mores and a campfire.
A big bonfire. Yep. It's going to be nice.
You can't beat that. So the next day, let's lead into the next day. I think I told you, hey, maybe we'll stay through Sunday and I'll do a hike. And y'all, this has turned into, we are hiking with board members of the Allegheny Trail and we're trying to get a hike together. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really cool thing for those who want to stay and experience the Allegheny Trail the next day. The hike will start at 10 a.m. We're going to be doing, if you want to stay, $10 per person, and it's primitive camping. And, we like to give back to our community and other communities. And so you have the movie Safe and Found. I don't know if you remember, but we actually had a watch party when that came out.
Yes, I do. And you made me cry. I'm serious. I was like, that just touched me greatly that you guys did that.
Well, we're aspiring to be the people that can help others if they get lost. And so, we're still learning and we're still training and we'll do whatever we can. But, the Haywood County Search and Rescue in that documentary was something that, really inspired us. And so if you come and camp with us on Saturday night, it's $10 per person. And we'd like to donate all the proceeds from that to the Haywood County Search and Rescue team in North Carolina who've been doing so much to help, especially in this crisis, in this time when everybody needs it so much more than normal.
They have been around the clock. And Marsha, you're going to make me cry again. I think that's fantastic. So y'all come out to the property, tent camp with us. It's $10 a night. Come enjoy some of the classes, the workshops, the education that's going to be happening. Come enjoy the film, the s'mores after the film. And you can meet the actors and actresses and the producers of the film, right?
Right. Yep. They're going to be here and actually in costume. So you can actually see right here where the movie was shot and experience, the lead actress as she's walking around and, she'll be able to answer questions and it's just going to be really fun.
Really cool. Well, I am looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to everything on that Saturday. Looking forward to getting out on a hike on the Allegheny Trail on Sunday. And the hike is free, right?
The hike is free, and it's only the $10 that you want in the camp. And of course, again, that's going to be donated. But also, then we're going to show the Safe and Found movie because we just feel like that's so important. The more people who can actually see this film, and your documentary has been, like I said, inspirational for us, and we hope it's inspirational for everybody else as well. So we'll also be showing that on Sunday. So we're excited.
I'm excited. And Marsha, I cannot thank you enough The only thing I can say, people, is the weekend of November 9th and 10th, come to, what's the town? I forgot the town.
We're actually in Jenningston. Our mailing address is Bowden, so there's always a little bit of confusion there. We're way out in the middle of nowhere.
That's what they want to do for the weekend. We want to get away. We don't want to be around a major city. So Jenningston, West Virginia. Am I saying that right?
Yep. And you can just look up more information on lrcbnb.com. Or, whenever you get on there, if you have any questions, give us a call. We'd love to have you.
Yep, and you guys can find the Laurel River Club Bed and Breakfast on Instagram, on Facebook, and in the description of this episode, I will make sure that Marsha, the website is out there. Are you asking hikers to sign up? Did I see that, or just to sign up for the camping?
It would be good if you would sign up if you're going to hike and also if you're going to camp. So you can just send us a quick message and just let us know. You can pay when you get here. We're not asking for any money up front. Just come and have a good time and learn as much as you can so that we keep everybody as safe as we can.
All right, y'all, this episode is short and sweet and to the point because we want you to come and join us in person that entire weekend and relax. Get away from the big city that you live in, because you guys are always asking me, where can I go just for the weekend, 2 or 3 days? Well, I've got the spot. So it's the Laurel River Club Bed and Breakfast. Join me. We're going to hike on the Allegheny Trail and have a great time. So Marsha, thank you again. And I will see you in a couple weeks. And everybody else, as always, be safe out there and happy section hiking.